Nolichucky River. It's time for your May 14th, 1994 whitewater rafting trip. Starts off with Class 3. We'll see up to Class 4 on a scale of 1 to 6. Ray and his group of paddlers. Ray is our trip leader today, paddling an Avon Ranger. We will have some ducks along today. He's going to be the daddy duck. The more big rocks and hydraulics you have, the higher the class. Everybody tearing into it. Right on the view. It's all up to you and these ducks. Yeah. In a raft, it takes a group of paddlers to get you going a little faster than the current, so you can break through those waves and holes. And you can see those ducks can do it. They're actually self-bailing and inflatable floor. And he's decided to take the high route there. Sitting up on the tube, gotta have a good balance. When water pours over rock, it folds back on itself and makes a hydraulic. Class 6 meaning risk of life. Class 4 meaning a lot of good fun today. Our guides are well trained on which way to go. Shred is a snowboard patrol in the wintertime. Kayaking is playtime. Yeehaw. Airtime. Looks like they're already dragging one back in. That's Ayers in his boat. Maybe one popped out at the very top. The thing about the Nolichucky, it drains out of a flat pool, and the first rapid is fairly challenging. We told you to tuck your toes under the tubes. That's a good way to fill your wetsuit up. Fishing around for that extra paddle. Gotta hang on to your weapon. Downstream, you can never tell when you're gonna need it. And Jennifer. Sometimes in the spring, all of these large rocks are underwater. Today, it's around 2.2 on a foot scale. Just under 2,000 CFS. That's cubic feet per second. The way we measure the whitewater. It's been a nice wet spring. Even though it hadn't rained in a while, the levels are still fine. And it's Terry, second year guide, paddling one called Hot Water. As you can see, it don't start off too big. Sometimes there's 10, 12-foot waves through this section. Back on one side, forward on the other gives you that spin you need. And it looks like they had their Wheaties today. John is the sweet boat, last man through. Downstream for another fun one on the rock. And here we have large boulders right at the entrance. Really narrow Shred, looks like he's in control. Actually does a drift right out of the pool. Gonna get the angle and come through it heading left. When we talk about a river, we always talk about it like you're going down it. Tucking in, it's the trick. Ray is going to go for the more direct approach right above it. So you can make sure these ducks get a good run through here. That hole has a tendency to send those ducks up and over. They're self-bailing in a real way when that happens. Ray digs it in. If you're sitting on the right, you better have them tucked in good. We head for left, but you can also go to the right. See boulders to sieve through over there. With these ducks, you would actually want to kind of have that heading the other way. Whoa, paddled right through it. Got plenty of speed up. Yes. your vision. The inside route. Whoa, and it pulls his paddle. Definitely some hardcores. These guys are scuba divers. They're used to having water in their face. Definitely taking the scenic route. Oh, and it pulls the tube. Sweet ride. These guys are go for it. Only a few ducks today because it is a really challenging level. And they shoot right across that. You can't ask for better. It's classic Eastern whitewater. I know I feel safe. Shred is there with his throw bag, just in case. Perry, a second-year guide with Qua. Right over into the chuck. He also works the French Broad. And they're coming right at us. We're backing it up. This is the participating part that wasn't in the brochure. Yeah. They surf that hole right across. Yeah, Perry getting juice. Actually a fine level for on the rocks. Too much water and it's really washing. And too low, that's center rock wood, and here we go. Doing a little stall time there. Just enough to wash your wetsuit out. Oh, a body check. And it looks like they'll stick there for a minute. We'll go ahead and get John. And it looks like Ayers instead. Ayers again, a ski instructor in the wintertime. They're out of there. Looks like that angle is the trick. That's about it for the On the Rocks Rapid. It's down for a little surfing at Jaws. This is one of those user-friendly hydraulics known as Jaws, also known as Beat Me Daddy. Looks like the sun's gonna come on through. They're actually in what's called the bowl line. You can be just downstream of it and it'll give you that suction. Oh, side, yeah! Find out who your buddies are. Grab a little webbing. Perry gives the cheer. Sitting in point position, a veteran of whitewater rafting and the scuba scene. Keeping it straight is the trick. You can see it's blasting and juicing. That looks like they're down there on their own trip in the ducks. Down for the longest one of the day, quarter mile. And down in quarter mile, this duck is kind of scooted past our portage spot. We'll go ahead and get it on. Oh, keep it up. See, there's some barrels and stuff left from the railroad. And a big old hydraulic. He's want to maybe get it over to that bank above it. Oh, looks like he's going into the meat, back paddling. But he's through. Carl is right there for him. He's now below the reason we portage. It's because of Hungry Jack. Has a tendency to turn those ducks over. And then there you have it. Carl spin around, more barrel action. Definitely a go for it. He's in there using those skills. There's another huge obstruction right there called Copper Rock. Our ducks should go left of it. Looks like he's taking what's called the tilt-a-whirl. Perry and his crew is again close. Whoa, and he might have went there. He's out of sight. Check it out for Ayers punching through. And the rock circle. Looks like he is upright. See that railroad passing by. takes a while to get that off. Looks like they're loose and floating. That back paddling there can spin you really fast. Backwards is better than sideways, but sideways will do. Bouncing in the raft isn't near as scary as bouncing out. They're all back in their seats. This rapid is so long that you can get full of water and be virtually out of control. Spin it. Right in front of Upper Rock. That's the nose right into it. It's gonna take the No Way Jose route. Yes. And there's the best thing. Ray explaining to the tribe there what to do. They're gonna come out and run just to the left of Hungry Jack through all this and no swirl. Another view of just below Copper. This is where our ducks will be running through. We will always be a little concerned. This rock is undercut, has big logs in front of it. That's what makes it exciting. Now John in his boat. You can see what a combination of effort. The guy knows the way and can keep the angle, but he really uses everybody for power. Squeezing in the eddy right above. He'll be here to direct our duckers. Our first mad ducker coming through. Got the high RPM paddling going. And a good reason. It's been explained very well. They know the extreme importance of Copper Rock. And how close can you go? Yeah, Let It Flow is the name of that boat. Could be an Olympic hook plate. And now Ray will be the last one through. See him doing some guide work back there. A couple weeks ago, Copper Rock was underwater, taking one big hydraulic. Another big fun one, Rooster Tail. Again, another one that has a fairly tricky entrance because of that fairly stiff little hole. The quick spin. A calm spot behind the rock is called an eddy. And when the boat's on top of a rock, you just yell rock. Carl earning his keep there. Talk about getting stuck with a view. Place called Eagle's Nest at the top. Rim rock that travels the way about 1,500 feet to the top. Didn't lose any time there. There's in a smaller boat today called a Scout. Avon makes several different models. These boats really take the whitewater well. He gave the hang on call. Under my thumb, most of these are named after songs. There's has gone scenic. It's a close call between the Mad Funyaker who gets the Help Me I'm Lost award. And here's another strong candidate. Help me, I'm really lost. Again, getting stuck with a view. When the guide yells charge. Look at that in sync. Whoa, duck's out of here! Ray! Ray will catch him right in there. That is a sticky little hole. Member and honorary captain of the Nolichucky swim team. He's gonna let his duck go on away. It's best to get to the right. There's an awful lot of rock at the bottom here. Heading towards that right shore. We do have Perry coming through. A raft that could give some assistance. Doing as we taught, you push off the rocks with your feet. Oh, and another one. We missed that, but we were concentrated. Through the hydraulic, the Maytag. Duck will follow him through. As long as you keep your feet up, your backside can take the abuse. These life jackets are made to float you through this type of water. Hardcore. You can see throw bags are out. Diving is exciting as you're under there, but sometimes when that whitewater flows over, it can be that way too. And punches through. These ducks are turned up on both ends, so you can hit it either way. He has got the patented rapid style paddling. Fine job of maneuvering. Looks like a yard sale down there. Looks like he's made it. John is our sweep boat. He may have a paddle or a poster or two to pick up. You can see why we're wearing helmets. These guys are having a blast. You make you famous. Going just by another ledge. Here's a trick little thing to paddle called a shredder. It's actually two pontoons. You sit in it like a raft. What a hot ride. And Peyton been visiting from Driggs, Idaho. It's lunchtime. Today's delight is roadkill from yesterday's bus ride.
Okay.
Don't worry, Perry is trained in the latest techniques. Trained by Japanese Fox.
Man, don't put dogs in there.
Welcome to Carolina Wilderness's Roadkill Cafe. We put new meaning into fresh off the grill.
And those dogs, those are Carl's dogs. And now that everybody has a full belly, well fed, a little riffle downstream called South Hole. Lots of bouncing. These duckers sure have played hard. And this is Maggie's Rock, named after a guide that once stuck a raft there. A primo level as Perry and his boatload explode the top wave. Sometimes 6, 8, 10-foot waves through this section. Yeah, they're pumped. Those burgers and dogs will give you the energy to high rev your paddle. That self-bailing is trick. Keeps floating to the surface. God, I love it. Water temperature is still kind of cold. Another route over on this side that's good for kayaks. Coming out of La La Land right in front of the big Maggie's Rock. Ooh. He plays hard for sure.
Rock comes on fast.
Oh yeah. The sneak attack. Doing one of these Chucky trips. Good food. We're gonna go down a water slide here in just a bit. It is about one of the best trips we offer. Oh, we also have an outpost over in Hot Springs. Well, we do a full day all the way to our main outpost. Same cookout. See, up to class 4, most of class 2 and 3. Every time for the shred man. You can even do that French Broad in a half-day trip. Do a 5.5-mile stretch. Definitely a scenic route if you're around Asheville. Well, let's go slide off a waterfall. Right on the North Carolina-Tennessee border. About a 10-foot drop into the tank. Come out of about a 6 or 8 foot slide. Karen's right there to give you some instruction. And maybe she'll even give us a trial jump. And walks over to sit in the trough, which is one fairly slick trough. Yeah. Oh, that blew his brain bucket off. Good thing his head wasn't in it. The trick is to give a shove right as you get at the point and whoosh in the tank. About 40-degree water. It'll get your attention. It won't take long to figure out the temperature. Lining it up. Here we go. He's trying to lessen the blow. We also have an affiliate company up in West Virginia. Runs the New and the Gauley River. Definitely if you're into exciting whitewater, they're the ones to see. Even got a classic view spot all through the laurel trees here. Did a daffy. Always quick. There's some in bloom there. One of the more challenging spots is going back up the rope. Back for another drink. Oh, and a perfect execution.
Push off in the wind!
Going for a second run.
Push!
And another fine run. The trick is to push at the end. Must love that cold water. That's going to just about do it for our Chucky trip. If you'd like to do any of those on the river, give us a call, 1-800-8-RAPIDS, and we'll sure take care of you. See ya.